Some secrets are meant to stay buried. Some treasures should never be found. I've learned this lesson more times than I can count, but I keep searching anyway. My name is Marcus Croft, and I don't care about gold or jewels. I'm searching for truth, for stories that need to be told, for souls that need to be freed. I was in my study when Dr. Elara Vasquez burst in with that excited look she gets when she's found something important.
Marcus, you need to see this. I found it. The actual journal from the Lisbon archives. It's all true.
Elara is our team's historian. She can read dead languages like most people read newspapers. When she gets excited, it usually means we're about to go on another adventure.
The Sunken Crown of Atlantis, it's real. And it's not just a crown, Marcus. According to this journal, it's a key to understanding how Atlantis really worked. Queen Atlanta wasn't evil, Marcus. She was scared. When enemies threatened Atlantis, she made a terrible choice. She used dark magic to protect her people, but the price was too high.
I poured us some tea while she spread the ancient pages across my desk. But what caught my attention was the story written beside it. The journal told how Queen Atlanta had been transformed into the coral wraith, a creature made of living coral, cursed to guard her own crown forever. She wasn't a monster. She was a prisoner. That's when I knew we had to find her. Not for the treasure, but for the story, for the chance to right an ancient wrong. Every mission needs the right team. For this underwater adventure, I needed two very special people. First, I called Jax Corbin. Jax is former military, strong, steady, and the best diver I've ever known. When things get dangerous, Jax is the person you want by your side.
Another underwater mission, Marcus? Last time you almost got us eaten by a giant squid.
No giant squids this time, Jax. Just a cursed queen and her magical crown.
Oh, is that all? Well, when you put it that way, how can I refuse?
Next, I called Walsh. Finn is our tech expert and, well, our comic relief. He's young, brilliant with computers, and has a joke for every situation.
Let me guess. We're going somewhere with no Wi-Fi, dangerous creatures, and probably bad food. Count me in.
Actually, we're going to look for the lost crown of Atlantis.
Seriously? The Atlantis? With the fish people and the talking dolphins? Awesome. Do I need to learn dolphin language?
That's Finn. He makes everything feel like an adventure, even when we're facing ancient curses. 2 days later, we were all on my research ship, heading toward the coordinates from the ancient journal. The ocean was calm, the sun was shining, and everyone was excited.
According to my calculations, we should be right above the tomb. The journal says it's hidden in a deep trench, protected by magic and technology we don't understand.
I've got the sonar working. There's definitely something big down there. The shape is too perfect to be natural.
I've packed extra snacks and downloaded all the Atlantis movies for research. Did you know they made 5 movies about Atlantis? None of them are very accurate.
As we prepared the diving equipment, I felt that familiar mix of excitement and fear. What would we find down there? A monster? A treasure? Or something none of us expected? There's something magical about diving deep underwater. The world goes quiet, except for the sound of your own breathing. The sunlight fades, and you enter a blue twilight world where anything seems possible. We descended slowly, our lights cutting through the dark water. Jax led the way, checking our safety lines. Finn followed, his camera recording everything. Elara stayed close to me, pointing out strange formations that matched the journal's descriptions.
Look at the coral patterns, Marcus. They're exactly like the drawings. We're in the right place.
She was right. The coral wasn't growing randomly. It formed patterns, symbols from the ancient Atlantean language.
Guys? Since when does coral glow? And since when does it look like it's forming words? That's not normal, right?
Stay focused, Finn. We've seen stranger things.
Then we saw it. The entrance to the tomb. A massive stone archway covered in glowing coral. The architecture was breathtaking. Sweeping curves mixed with perfect geometry. It looked ancient and advanced at the same time.
It's beautiful and terrifying. The journal said the tomb tests everyone who enters. It judges your heart before it shows its secrets.
We swam through the archway into a dark corridor. Our lights revealed walls covered in carvings that told Queen Atlanna's story. There she was, as a young queen, loved by her people. Then as a worried ruler, making the pact that would curse her. Finally, as the coral wraith, forever guarding what she had lost.
Man, she looks sad. I mean, if I had to turn into a coral statue and guard my jewelry for 3,000 years, I'd be pretty sad too.
Movement ahead. Everyone stay alert.
Jax had seen something in the shadows. We moved forward carefully, our lights shaking slightly. That's when we entered the main chamber, and I saw her for the first time. The chamber was enormous, with pillars reaching up into darkness. In the center, on a pedestal of woven coral and light, sat the Sunken Crown. It glowed with soft blue light, spinning slowly in the water. But my eyes weren't on the crown. They were on the figure standing beside it. The coral wraith was both beautiful and terrifying. She stood taller than a person, made of living coral that pulsed with green energy. Her shape was mostly human, but covered in intricate coral patterns. Where her face should have been, I could see the ghost of a woman's features. Sad eyes, a noble nose, a mouth frozen in a silent scream.
She's a person. Look at her eyes. She's still in there.
Elara was right. The wraith's eyes held intelligence, awareness, and deep, deep sadness. She watched us, but didn't attack. She seemed curious.
What's the plan, Marcus? Do we try to take the crown?
Before I could answer, the wraith moved. She didn't come toward us. Instead, she pointed at the walls where new carvings began to glow.
She's showing us something. The carvings, they're changing.
The wall carvings came to life, telling the full story we hadn't understood until now. Queen Atlanna hadn't chosen this fate willingly. She'd been tricked. The dark magic she used demanded a permanent guardian for the crown, and she became that guardian against her will. The curse could only be broken if someone used the crown for good, to save a life, not gain power. For 3,000 years, everyone who found the crown had tried to take it for themselves. They all failed. They all died. And she remained trapped.
So we just need to use the crown to save someone? That sounds easy enough. I mean, how hard can it be to find someone who needs saving down here?
As if answering Finn's question, the chamber began to shake. Stone dust filled the water. The whole tomb was collapsing.
Earthquake! The structure's unstable. We need to get out now.
We turned to retreat, but a massive stone pillar fell, blocking the exit. Then another pillar fell near Jax, trapping his leg and crushing his air tank.
I'm stuck. My airline's broken. I've got maybe 2 minutes of air.
We need to get him out. The rocks are too heavy.
Marcus, look, the wraith is pointing at the crown. She's telling you what to do.
I looked from my trapped friend to the sad coral guardian to the glowing crown. I understood. This was the test. Not a theoretical choice in some ancient story. A real choice right now. Use the crown to save my friend, or watch him die. I swam toward the crown. The wraith watched me, her coral body trembling with what looked like hope. 3,000 years of waiting. 3,000 years of watching people make the wrong choice. Was I about to be different?
Hurry, Marcus. Jax is running out of air.
The crown spun gently, its blue light pulsing in time with my heartbeat. I didn't see a magical artifact or a priceless treasure. I saw the only thing that could save my friend's life. I reached out and took the crown. It didn't fight me. It felt warm, alive. Energy flowed up my arm, but it wasn't scary. It felt welcoming.
What do you feel, Marcus?
I feel understanding. The crown knows why I'm here. It knows I don't want power. I held the crown high and spoke words I didn't know I knew. They came from somewhere deep inside me, in a language I'd never learned. By the heart of Atlantis, by the truth of the deep, save my friend. Heal what is broken. The crown exploded with blue light. Waves of energy flowed through the water, lifting the fallen rocks, repairing Jax's air tank, healing his injured leg. The shaking stopped. The tomb grew stable again. But the most amazing change was happening to the coral Wraith. Her coral shell began to crack and fall away like sand. Underneath, a beautiful woman made of light began to appear. Queen Atlanta, finally free after 3,000 years.
Whoa, she's beautiful.
The curse is broken. You did it, Marcus.
The queen smiled at me, and in that smile I saw all the gratitude of someone who had waited forever for freedom. She didn't speak words, but I heard her in my mind. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for choosing compassion over power. The crown is yours now. Use it wisely. Then she faded away, becoming one with the ocean she had loved so much. We swam back to the surface in silence. Each of us was thinking about what we'd seen, what we'd learned. When we reached the research ship and pulled off our diving gear, nobody spoke for a long time.
You saved my life down there, Marcus. Thank you.
The crown saved your life, Jax. I was just the one smart enough to use it properly for once.
What do we do with the crown now? I mean, we could probably sell it for like $1 billion. We could buy our own island with Wi-Fi.
We can't sell it, Finn. It's too powerful. Think what would happen if the wrong person got it.
They were both looking at me, waiting for my decision. I held the crown in my hands. It felt warm and alive, like a sleeping animal. It had chosen to help me because my intentions were pure. What would happen if I kept it? Would I stay pure? Or would the power eventually corrupt me too? I walked to the edge of the ship and looked down at the ocean. The same ocean that had hidden Atlantis for so long. The same ocean that had been Queen Atlanta's prison and then her freedom. Then I made my choice. I threw the crown back into the water. It spun through the air, catching the sunlight one last time, then disappeared beneath the waves.
Whoa. Marcus, what did you do that for? That was $1 billion.
He did the right thing. Some treasures are too dangerous to keep.
Some stories need to end where they began.
The crown belonged to the ocean, to history, to all the stories we haven't discovered yet. Our job wasn't to own it, but to learn from it. To understand that true treasure isn't about power or wealth. It's about making the right choices when it matters most. That night, as we sailed toward home, I started writing this story in my journal. Not just for me, but for anyone who might need to hear it. The story of a queen who learned about power too late, and the explorers who learned about compassion just in time. And as I write these final words, I'm looking at a new map on my wall. There are other legends out there, other guardians waiting to be understood, other stories that need to be told. The hunt continues. But now I understand what we're really hunting for. We're not looking for treasure. We're looking for truth. We're looking for ways to heal ancient wounds. We're looking for chances to be better than those who came before us. Join me next time when we face the stone sentinels of the Himalayas in the adventure I call The Mountain That Walks. But that's a story for another day. For now, remember, every treasure has a story. Every guardian has a reason. And every choice you make writes another page in the great book of history. Choose wisely. Minus Marcus Croft.